Have you ever wanted to write a book? Well, 3 weeks ago, I decided that I'm going to do it. In this video, I'm going to cover just the process so far, the takeaways and learnings I've had so far. Now, if you're new to this channel, I'm Marcus Chan, founder of Six Figure Sales Academy. Of course, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification button for more awesome videos like this. But in this video, this is going to be more vlogging style. And about 3 weeks ago, I decided to write a book. Now, a little bit of context. For years, I have always thought about writing a book, but I always felt, this imposter syndrome. Can I do it? Should I do it? And back in 2015, I remember kind of my dabble into it was an ebook. It was a smaller commitment. It was easier. It's easier to write a Google Doc up and convert it to PDF. And I tested that out, and that was really easy. And actually, that eventually turned into the Thrive business I have today. But that's a story for another time. But that was kind of my taste into the kind of authorship, if you will. So since that point, I've always wanted to write a physical, actual book, but I was really scared to put it out there, see if people would buy. And about 3 weeks ago, so I was about 9% there. I'm like, well, I should write a book. I want to write a book. It's something I'm excited about. I think I can help more people, impact more people. And I think it was just a fun journey to do as well. But I was really scared. First off, I was really scared to see, will anyone even buy the book? Will people actually want this book? Is it even something people actually care about? So I was about 9% there. About 2-ish weeks ago, I said, let me just write a post, put it out there, and to see what people say. And I did it. I put the post out there, and unfortunately had a lot of really positive reactions. I even actually had people Venmo me money, even though there was no pre-order link or anything. I simply want to know, do people want this book? And will people actually buy this book? And I just feel super feel so privileged and honored that people have said, yes, I want to buy this book, even though I haven't written it yet. So I'm like, okay, well, that's a good sign. And plus, now I have accountability, people actually pay me some money. I have to do it now. Now, here's the thing. I don't know the first thing about writing an actual physical book. So one of the first things I went to go do is I started putting together a team of people that I knew could help me, right? So, making sure I find the right editor, the right publisher, for marketing, etc. So I started just looking and finding the right people, just talking to a lot of different, industry leaders in the book industry. And that was the first thing I compiled the book. And here's the thing. At this point, I still hadn't written anything. I have like an Apple note with some ideas, but I still didn't have anything. So once I did that, now I'm like, okay, now the next step is I'm going to have to start putting some ideas on paper. Now, what I didn't want to do was just start writing and then ultimately miss things, not have my thoughts be structured. So one of the first things that my editor recommended to me, she said, Marcus, take a look at just some of the content you've posted, all over the last several years. Like you have literally hundreds and hundreds of free hours of content all over the web. You've written literally hundreds of thousands of words of content, and look at what was the most interesting to people they saw the most value in. And I'm like, well, that's a really good point. So I took a lot of time. I started just researching all my past content and ideas. This is stuff from free content to paid content. I started just looking at what resonated the most, what had the most impact. And that really was really key, because this started giving me ideas on how can I put together the framework for the book. How can I build a framework and then build kind of chapters in? And kind of basically have an outline, like a blueprint. So that was really powerful advice. And this is why I invested into getting people to help me with this, because I probably would have started writing and I probably would have written this whole book. And then it just realized at the very end, after all this hard work, that was absolutely garbage. So this is so key. So I started doing that, started formulating the key core ideas. That was really, really exciting for me. But that was really motivating as well, because it just helped me realize, wow, shoot, I actually have created some decent content in the past. And, there's some good core concepts or stories that I want to be able to incorporate to really teach at the next level in this book, so people get a lot of value out of it. So this really helped me formulate my ideas. Now, the next thing I did, after I did all the research, I got the outline down, was I started writing. And this was probably by far, I've been actually writing for about a week or so. And by far now it's even hard, because at this point, I've done the research, I got everything in place. Now it's just buckling down and doing it. And it's so easy to get distracted. Like my team's, messaging me on Slack, my Slack's going off, I'm getting emails, I'm getting like LinkedIn DMs, all that stuff. So one of the things I'm always about is really the circle of focus and really just niching down and controlling the controllables and just eliminate all distraction. One of the things I did in my first week of writing was I just turned off all notifications. I blocked that time. And I'm like, I'm only going to write. And, I mapped out the outline and I just started writing. So now we're about 5,000 words or so in. And it's not about the total word count, but just give you an idea. And the book will probably be around 33,000 to 38,000 words, kind of a sweet spot. So I'm about, a sixth of the way in so far. It's been really exciting. It's been a little bit frustrating as well, because trying to get these ideas out, but you also want to know a way it fits really well into the whole book format. So that way people can follow along very easily. They can really understand and get a lot of value out of it. But it's a very, very rough draft, but I'm excited. I'm really excited here. It's 3 weeks total in for the project. I'm excited. My big goal is to have it completely done and launched by this summer, which I think would be awesome. My birthday's in July, so hopefully I can launch it on my birthday, which would be kind of cool. But it's been pretty cool journey so far. And hopefully, if you're watching this video, you get some takeaways from kind of the process I've had so far. I'm excited right now. I'm still really nervous because there's still a lot of work ahead of me, but I'm committed to make it happen. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit a like, subscribe, drop me a comment below if one of these takeaways has resonated with you. If you thought about writing a book, let me know below. What book are you thinking about writing for yourself? So anyways, thank you so much for watching and have a great day. See ya.